Let me ask you something. When you sit in front of your trading screen, the chart's glowing, the candles moving, your heart racing, do you ever stop and wonder why you trade the way you do? Why sometimes you risk everything, and other times you freeze? Why one day you feel unstoppable, and the next you're questioning if trading is even for you? You see, every trader, whether you started last week or 10 years ago, goes through a secret evolution, a hidden journey, a path that shapes you, tests you, breaks you, and if you survive long enough, transforms you. The problem is, most people don't even realize which stage they're in. They just keep repeating the same mistakes, wondering why success feels like it's always one trade away. But today, we're going to break that down. Because once you understand which stage you're in, you'll finally understand why you do what you do and how to get to the next level. So, sit back or lean forward, because this might just be the moment that changes the way you see trading forever. Stage 1. The Dreamer. This is where it all begins. You, your phone, a few YouTube videos that promise to turn $10 into $10,000, and the belief that you can quit your job in 3 months. At this stage, trading feels like a movie. Every green candle looks like destiny. Every loss feels like a glitch in the system. You're chasing the dream, financial freedom, that laptop lifestyle, that image of yourself trading from a beach somewhere. You probably tell yourself things like, I'll just double my account a few times and I'm set. Once I master this one strategy, I'll be rich. And that's okay. Every trader starts here. The dreamer stage is full of excitement, but also full of illusions. You think trading is about finding the right strategy, but what you're really searching for is yourself. You see, at this stage, you don't trade the market, you trade your emotions. You jump in too early. You over-leverage. You revenge trade because you can't stand losing. It's not because you're stupid or undisciplined. It's because your brain is still learning what risk actually feels like. You think you're ready for the market, but the market is about to teach you who you really are. Stage 2. The Analyst. After a few painful losses, reality hits. You start realizing this isn't as easy as it looked on YouTube. You start to study more, not because you want to, but because you have to. You buy courses. You join Telegram groups. You start saying things like, I just need to refine my entries. Risk-to-reward ratio is everything. I'm working on my psychology. You become obsessed with technicals, lines, indicators, setups. You think knowledge is the missing piece. And don't get me wrong, it's a good stage. But here's the catch. Most traders get stuck here for years. Why? Because knowledge without emotional control is just noise. You might understand how to analyze the market, but can you handle yourself when the market moves against you? At this stage, you start to feel smarter, but your results might not improve much. You're still overtrading, you're still reacting instead of executing. You're building the foundation, yes, but the house isn't livable yet. And this is where many give up. They start to believe trading doesn't work, but in reality, they just haven't evolved yet. Stage 3. The Strategist. This is where things start to get interesting. You begin to realize that trading isn't about predicting, it's about reacting properly. You stop trying to control the market and start controlling yourself. Now you trade less, but smarter. You start keeping a journal. You look at your losses and ask, what can I learn from this? You no longer care about being right, you care about being consistent. And it shows. Your charts are cleaner, your risk is smaller, your confidence is quieter. This is where you begin to think like a professional. But here's the thing, this stage is also lonely. Because now, your old trading friends can't relate. They're still chasing signals while you're chasing discipline. And it feels like you're in between worlds. Not a beginner anymore, but not fully consistent either. That's okay. That means you're evolving. You're building habits that 90% of traders never reach. You're starting to think long-term, and you're slowly realizing that trading success isn't about the charts. It's about the person behind the charts.
Stage 4. The realist. This is where the ego dies. You've seen enough wins and losses to know nobody can master the market. You stop believing in perfection. You accept drawdowns, you accept uncertainty. Now you trade your plan, not your emotions. You know when not to trade, and that's real maturity. You stop posting wins for validation. You stop seeking signals, because you've built something better, self-awareness. You've stopped chasing. You've started understanding. And at this point, something incredible happens. You start making consistent, modest profits. Not because the market changed, but because you did. This is the stage where you finally start to feel peaceful while trading. You don't panic. You don't rush. You just execute with patience, with purpose, with confidence. And that is what separates the amateurs from the professionals. Stage 5. The professional. You've made it here, not because you're perfect, but because you've survived. You've lost money, time, and maybe even confidence along the way, but you never quit. At this stage, trading is no longer emotional. It's routine. You know exactly what setups you trade, when you trade, and how you manage risk. You don't try to win every trade. You just follow your system. You think in probabilities, not possibilities. You've learned that success in trading isn't about excitement. It's about boring consistency. And ironically, that's when you start to grow fast. You realize trading isn't a get-rich-quick game. It's a get-wise, slow process. And the crazy part is, when you finally stop chasing money, that's when money starts chasing you. The story. David's evolution. Let me tell you about David. David was like most traders. He started with $100, a dream, and a Telegram group that promised 90% win rates. The first few days, he was unstoppable, flipping accounts, doubling small profits, feeling like a genius. Then, one bad week came. He lost it all. He blamed the market, the broker, even the fake mentors. But deep down, he knew he wasn't ready. So he started learning. He watched tutorials for hours, drew hundreds of trend lines, and filled notebooks with strategies. He was obsessed. But no matter how much he learned, his results didn't change. He'd still overtrade, he'd still move stop losses. Until one night, he journaled every losing trade and realized something. He wasn't losing to the market. He was losing to himself. That was the turning point. He simplified his strategy. He stopped trading when emotional. He set rules and followed them. 6 months later, he wasn't rich, but he was consistent. And that's the real win. Because from there, everything else followed. Today, David doesn't chase signals. He trades calm. He manages risk. He doesn't try to win anymore. He just shows up, executes, and lets the numbers play out. David didn't find the secret to trading. He became it. And if you're watching this right now, maybe that's the next version of you. Where are you right now? So now that you know the stages, where are you? Are you still the dreamer chasing that one big win? The analyst drowning in information? The strategist starting to find your rhythm? Or the realist quietly becoming a professional? Wherever you are, don't rush it. Every stage has its purpose. The losses you hate now will teach you what profits can't. The confusion you feel today is building the clarity you'll have tomorrow. Because trading isn't just about charts or strategies. It's about growth. Personal growth. emotional maturity, mental strength. And the moment you start treating trading as a journey, not a race, that's when you finally start winning. So the next time you sit in front of your charts, ask yourself, what stage am I in? And who am I becoming through this? Because the market isn't just testing your strategy, it's testing you. If this video spoke to you, if you felt like I was describing your journey, then you're already evolving. So don't stop here. Keep learning, keep journaling, keep showing up. Because your breakthrough might not be in your next trade. It might be in your next realization. The market rewards the patient, the disciplined, the ones who keep showing up when others quit. So keep going. You're not just trading currency pairs, you're trading your old self for the person you're meant to become. And when you look back one day, you'll realize it was never about the money. It was about who you became while chasing it.